Well, if not, Claire can always reach me. Claire, can we have this wrapped for the senator?
Claire be playing her part, doesn't she?
I mean everybody.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, but Claire, yeah, she,
Yeah.
you know.
She's like, oh yeah, I know how this goes.
Hey, what's going on? Syntell with the Intel, and I'm here with the beautiful Mikel Claire.
That's always a little startling, but I love it.
Andor, episode 4.
Andor, what?
Andor, episode 4.
I know, I'm just
see what you
messing
did
with you.
there. Hey, thank you so much for hanging out. If you need to catch up with episodes 1 through 3, there is a link in the description below. Let's just go ahead and jump right into this.
Whoop, whoop.
All right.
I love that they just get right back to where they
Right
were.
to it. Let's go.
She said, "Do what I say."
That just sounds like my father.
Yeah. He's like, sit yourself
Sit
down.
your butt down.
He's like, I'm only going to tell you once.
Mad Nog. Just a sip.
Mednog?
I'm not drinking nothing called Mednog with a man I just met in a gunfight.
I drop you somewhere and you start running. You come with me and
Yeah.
help with something important.
Come with me if you want to live.
And of
Come
course,
with me.
you try and kill me and take the ship.
And then he turned his back to him after he said it.
With a knife. With a knife in his hand.
What is everything I want?
Right? Can you not
Since
be
you
so
know
vague?
so much about me. To put a real stick in the eye of the Empire.
Well, there we go.
And get paid for it.
And get paid
Oh.
for it.
You lived because you ran. But you're right about one thing. The
I'm
Empire
gonna
had
need
you
to pull
fighting
that
each
card
other.
real quick.
We should make you hate them all.
What, how you know this?
Yeah.
Homie, how you know me?
I didn't risk my ass for the Starpath unit. I came for you.
Dang. Dang. I'd be like, what is it about me that you...
5 days. Big stakes, big danger. Prep team, good plan.
Oh, that's juicy for a viewer like us.
200,000.
That's it? 200,000? Is that a lot?
I don't know.
Yeah.
We're in a recession. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm like-
Inflation.
The quarterly payroll for an entire Imperial sector.
Quarterly payroll. Okay. Okay.
Yeah, look. He's like, all right.
Right?
Put your curse on. Yeah.
Capital of the galaxy. Oh, it's the capital of the entire galaxy? Nice. Looks like a little bit like New York to me. No, I'm
Little
kidding. I'm kidding. Okay, new character.
Imperial Security Bureau.
The ISB.
Because they've done such an excellent job so far.
They got their quota in there.
What do we do here?
Sir?
Oh, no, there's two. There's two.
He's quite weaselly.
I thought that. I was thinking mousy.
Aldhani.
Aldhani.
Sounds like a delicious dish.
Filled with curry and spices.
Would you like some Aldhani?
Yes, I would.
Yes, I would.
She's gonna hate this idea to start. She's gonna argue with me.
Must be his
It's
woman.
best you stay inside. You'll have had time to work it all out.
Yeah. She looks kind of elfish, doesn't she?
Choose your words wisely. She looked ready to fight.
Yeah, she does. She looks stressed out.
Maybe not lover, more of a daughter-father
Yeah,
relationship.
that's what I was saying. They look like kin.
Yeah.
Like even their note, like literally. Oh, it's like don't even think about it.
I need to know you understand.
And if he's the problem?
Well, that's the advantage of renting him. He's disposable.
Wow. My man be about his business.
That look at me still got me shook.
Yes.
She didn't have no choice. Let's be real.
Well, I mean, I think he's measuring her still. Apparently, she's new to leadership.
Yeah.
That's what I'm getting.
If she's even had it. Yeah.
Yeah, so, you know, he's got to measure his team.
Well, she's in charge.
Yeah.
Well,
when he's in charge.
I was
but,
like-
yeah.
Exactly.
Wow.
Everybody
It
gets
took the combined ingredients of idiocy, ineptitude, and total The Milana system is under permanent Imperial authority. Congratulations on that.
I ain't mad at him because we've already seen who he answers to. And that man, he ain't about that play.
Yeah,
he's like, I will destroy all of you.
Why do I feel like these were like young children getting scolded by their dad? They're
What
like,
a beautiful location.
it really is.
Well, it's a long walk.
I would love to just be sitting there right now. Except for the cold wind.
If you change that in any way, you and I are going to have a big problem.
Oh, it looks cold. It looks...
I kind of like her, though.
Love the sound.
They won't be back today. Come on.
I want to meet the other 5.
Oh, yeah. It's going to be the wild bunch.
I can't wait to see who it is. You like the plumes?
No.
The plumes?
The blousy.
Makes them look hippie.
Orbiting Coruscant.
I'm going to get you
He
some of
look
those.
like one of them Canadian Mounties.
I'm going to get you some of those for Christmas.
Well, I mean, his tools, too. Hot rag in the morning.
Towel.
Yeah.
Oh, disguise cometh. Wouldn't that be
Ethan
fun?
Hunt.
Wouldn't that be funny if you to put on the Vader helmet? What is?
You got to get in character. He's a little flamboyant with it.
Yeah,
he did.
Yeah, that's what that. Yeah, flick of the wrist.
I love Skarsgård. I know I say it a million times. He's just such a good actor.
Drink up. We have a way to go.
I remember those canteens.
Yeah.
Those old timey. Just super old.
Alone.
Are you denying my request?
For the second time today.
Fine. I'll take it to Major Party, Cass.
Don't look down.
Yeah, he stood his ground.
Yeah, he's like, yo,
you finna bring that
he's
over
like,
here.
I've been here longer than you. I know what's about to happen.
I'm not mad at him for getting all of these shots.
It's beautiful.
Yeah, you don't want to waste all of this. Uh-oh. It's one of the bad bunch.
We've always known we were short a man.
Can I speak with you?
Let's get Clem settled in.
Good to have you, Clem. We'll take all the help we can get.
I will not remember any of those names.
I hear that.
Yeah.
I ain't got an answer to you.
Nope.
Hop to it. I understand the hesitancy too, though, of the other people being like, oh, wait a minute.
They've been there 5 months already? Lack
Yeah.
of trust. I'd be like, oh, nah. This was not part of the plan. I feel like he's going to be out for vengeance. He just seems like the type.
Yeah, dog with a bone kind of thing.
Yeah.
Can't let it go.
Yeah, I could see him ending up as a stormtrooper. Remember how we talked about how the score is very different?
Yes.
Yeah, this is very different.
And even like the shot selections that they're taking with all of this, it just sets the tone. It's a good build up without having to overdo it, you know? Oh, like he's back home, huh?
Oh, his mother. Wow. Oh, disgrace. I told you, honor to his name. What are you doing with that? Don't show anybody. Oh, okay.
Apologies in advance. We're trying to save our pain meds.
Oh, that's gonna hurt. Oh, she gonna put it right in there? She gonna put it right in there?
Okay. All right.
He wouldn't be there if she didn't. I mean.
Well, I mean, everybody trusts the higher up, the highest up.
Yeah,
and she trusts him, so she'll vouch.
I found someone I think can help me.
Someone who? To bring into the circle? No.
They keep bringing in new people. It's beautiful.
Why don't you take this on loan?
May I?
Way to put your face back on.
Well, if not, Claire can always reach me. Claire, can we have this wrapped for the senator?
Claire be playing her part, doesn't
Yeah,
she?
I mean everybody.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, but Claire, yeah, she,
Yeah.
you know,
She's like, oh yeah, I know how this go.
got the space bins, the space rolls.
The space Maybach.
Yeah. The space bot. Hot. That was an interesting scene.
So it
Woo,
shows
you could feel
it
the
shows-
tension.
Yeah, and it shows everybody has risks, right? Everybody's
Yeah.
taking risks for this. They sure do like some earth tones, don't they?
Speed bikes.
This is the 7th person. Remember,
Yep.
I was like, I only see 6. Okay. Came with the cape. He's telling him,
He's
he's
with
like,
us.
yo, she brought somebody else.
Stay.
Like a
He was-
dog.
I was about to say, like
Yeah.
he was a golden retriever.
Clem is our backup.
We have an extra uniform. Gonna need to leave us your belt and gloves.
Clem?
I can't wait till the heist happens so we can see him earn his keep.
Oh, absolutely. He's going to be very valuable. And then they're going to be like, oh, we were wrong.
We're wasting daylight.
I like
Let's get on with
her.
it. Give them a hand.
Well, she answers to a higher person,
Yeah.
too.
She's just trying to keep this BS together for the
Yep.
moment.
Yep.
I didn't think anyone could do that.
Are you enjoying this?
No, just looking forward to seeing some old friends.
Who else is coming?
Seating chart's just there.
He's like, look at the seating chart. I don't have time to tell you all this.
Well played, Perrin. And no, I'm not being serious. Don't seat them near me.
Oh, I've taken care of that. You're at the boring end of the table. These people are fun.
Dang.
Know who
There's
run that
rumor you
house?
bought me a present.
She is the
Going
senator.
back.
I mean,
Must everything be boring and sad?
just because you run it on the outside don't mean you run your home. But she definitely runs both.
Are you in all the way?
Let's get to it.
Yeah. I don't think he would say he was if he wasn't, to be honest with you.
These two have an interesting.
And verified information.
Right? Not gut.
Alert me when this materializes into something more definite. Until then, confine future activities to your sectors. Thank you, Lieutenant.
Dang, that's the I
Look at-
told you
look,
so.
look.
Look, he had the strut too.
Yeah,
Like,
he's like, and I'm out.
Far above the quota. I may be sending more of that sort of work your way.
Thank you, sir.
Wow.
We're done.
Oh,
nothing else need to be said.
that man is about that business.
Yeah, but they said something interesting about her, about how she's a person of instinct. You know,
Yeah, but they don't look happily upon that in that sector.
right?
But you're right. It is a good characteristic, you know. Poignant.
You'll let Cinta check the bandage. And you'll have learned all that by morning. I'll take the first watch.
I ain't mad at her.
Me neither. They got 3 days. Well, actually,
Yeah.
2 days now, right?
Got thrown in the mix. Earn your keep, man.
He's capable, though. Otherwise, the dude wouldn't have got him, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I agree. And then also, you know, he doesn't strike me as the type of person that has relied on discipline throughout his life. And now he's in a space where, you know, this isn't like, you know, hustling bits to the black market, you know, on your own. He has to like really step up, be prepared, you know, because other people are dependent on him. And I think he's maybe in a bit of an awkward space.
Oh, I'm sure, because you know, there's a difference between an individual sport and a team sport.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So if you're playing tennis, that's one thing, because you know, only you are the one that wins or loses. But if you're playing hockey or basketball, it's a team thing, and you know, death is on the line.
Yeah. So we've been introduced to some interesting relationships. Skarsgård has showed up, and Luthen Rael, I think that's his character's name.
Yeah.
And he has an interesting relationship with this shop owner that he's working with, but
Oh,
even
that's
more
right.
so the relationship that he has with the senator.
Oh yeah.
So that's interesting, because he seems to be in a position where people of power and influence can come to him, because he deals in antiquities or with higher price points in the nation's capital, well, in the galaxy's capital. So on one end, we see him as this, you know, this cool little spy that bounces across the country, across the galaxy. And then another one, he's changed his persona and done this whole other facade. So I thought that was an interesting relationship. Is there anything else that you could speak on, either on that or any other relationships that you've noticed?
Well, his relationship with the leader of the rebellion, or their little group, is just fascinating, because he came in there, at first hat in hand a little bit, like, I brought him here to be a part of the plan. And then when he said, "Listen to me," I was like, I am listening.
Right.
I see you. I hear you. My ears are open. And so, I'm just curious, their connection. And like you, I really do feel like it's some sort of familial relationship, be it like father-daughter. So I'm just curious what that is, and if they're actually going to explain it at some point, if it's even relevant.
Yeah, I'm willing to bet, because the other characters of the early parts of this rebellion, of this ragtag group of people, I'm hoping we do get more context as to who they are, because they are kind of fascinating. We have one guy who is a mole that's inside of the Imperial facilities, that's doing his thing. We got another guy who's very meticulous and detail oriented, who made the model, the models. We got two other guys that are kind of grunt-ish.
Yeah, we're not quite sure yet.
Maybe they're the muscle, maybe it's something else. So yeah, how does that band like gel together?
Yeah, it reminds me of a good like caper or something like that, or a good like heist movie.
Right.
Yeah.
Yes.
So everyone is gonna play their part, and we just have to figure out like what their roles are. So I'm excited to find out what that looks like.
We are introduced to another character on the Imperial side, and that's Dedra. I think Dedra. She seems to have come from a part of the Imperial world where instinct is really important. Maybe doing stuff on the fly. Who knows? Maybe she's probably more hands-on, and now she's in more of a where politics plays a bigger part in moving things around.
Yeah.
And the relationship that she has with one of the other guys, the other black guy, the lieutenant supervisor, and how he does it by the book, but she does it from more from like a roguish kind of stance, and the relationship and how they interact with the guy that is the head,
their superior,
of everything. Yeah. So it is kind of cool to get a detailed account of the opposition. They're not just nameless faces that, it's just like some guy in a TIE fighter that we're trying to shoot down. We're getting a lot of the layers kind of pulled back to make a good villainy for me.
Yeah, I like it too, because it shows, like you said, the inner workings of them, and it's going to be interesting to see how they each respond, because it's going to be different responses to this rebellion coming in, and who's going to be at fault and all of that. And I'm curious to see how Dedra reacts to the guy that just got sent home to his mama.
Yeah.
Because I feel like they're kind of similar in a way. She's not as well. No, I feel like she can be as rebellious as he was.
Oh If anything, I believe her far more than him.
Yeah. So I feel like she's gonna get herself into something. And I'm curious to see if she's gonna pull him into the situation, because I don't feel like this is the last we've seen of him.
Right. The young woman that we got introduced at is the lead of the rebellion. I find her kind of fascinating too, because I believe her. She was given a surprise that she wasn't expecting. It seems like I think Luthen, Skarsgård's character, had set her up in a way that's keeping her on her toes. To me, there's hints of like maybe this is her first time being a leader in this. I think that's kind of like the clue that he was kind of saying. Okay. And A, she's all in. I believe her on that. B, she's trying to keep everything together because it's getting close to crunch time, and then all of a sudden there's a flag on the play, and we got a wild card that gets thrown in there. But she knows her role. That's what I respect, because like you said, when Luthen was like, "Look at me when I'm talking to you," snap out of it. This is bigger than your feelings being hurt, and I need you to be able to change on the fly. And this guy is the full blown, I can do it all. You can just plug and play, and we'll make it work. So it's curious. It's cool to just watch her kind of navigate this. How she interacts with people that are more powerful than her, how she interacts with those that may be, on the same level, and how to keep this team together. Yeah,
she definitely is very aware of her position, but also in trying to make everybody understand, look, I understand your hesitancy. but we've got to have a level of trust, and it just is what it is.
Right.
So there's no more having conversation about it. We just got to figure out how to make it work.
Right.
Yeah, she's like, you can question all you want but he's here and it's happening.
Yeah,
so,
this is happening.
So we got 3 days, and you need to get him, up to par. But the other interesting thing, though, is that Luthen said he's dispensable.
Yes.
So I was like,
I respect that though. It's like, listen, you're the number 1 draft pick, but if this don't work out, we will disappear.
Well, and that's why you're on payroll.
Yeah.
And I'll get my crystal back, and all will be well. You know what I mean? Or we'll take over the, Yeah.
That crystal was an interesting gesture because even though he is expendable.
Yeah, expendable and disposable. Yeah, that's right.
There we go.
I don't know what I said.
I feel like that whatever that is, that crystal really does mean something to him. So there is a bit of I'm really investing in you in order for this to work out.
And I think it was like a gesture of trustworthiness too, obviously.
Right.
Because here's a down payment or here's a percentage of what you're gonna get in the end.
Yeah.
Because he was like, "Yo, where's my money?" And he was like, because it was worth $50,000, and he said, "Oh, you're supposed to give me $200,000." He was like, "Oh, you'll get it."
Yeah.
It's like slow, if you survive, really.
Yeah. I love what they're doing with how they build pressure and build the ambiance of the environments that they're in through very cool methods of cinematography, and also using like the sounds. Excuse me. Some of the score really does a good job of like building tension. And there's 2 scenes that did it really interesting. One was when the senator and Luthen were talking, and they did some really cool things in order to build the tension, and it paid off. And the second one, it built tension in a way that we was expecting something to happen and nothing jumped off, and that is the old guy from the old lieutenant that went out and took the corporate people out to disrupt the planet, and he's going to this place, and we find the reveal is that it's his mama. But we're thinking like, oh man, what's really gonna happen? We're just getting so used to being pulled into the emotion of the scenes, and then it's dear old mama, so
Dear old slap you in your face,
Yeah,
mama.
yeah.
It's like, dear old mama. Mama got a left hand.
Sorry, I keep forgetting that dude's name, Cyril. I think that's the guy's name.
Yeah.
So I just like how they're doing a good job of leading us like emotionally through some of these scenes through the use of building some really good tension.
Oh yeah, it's a really good show so far. This was a good episode. Like we had mentioned before, there's not a whole lot of action, but it was interesting because now we're learning what's going to happen and what they're building the plan, and we're excited to see what their plan is going to do, if they're going to fail, succeed, what this meteor shower really looks like. All of those things.
I think next episode is going to be really good. It's going to be a lot more action packed. We came off of the high of the first 3 episodes, and now we got the cool little ticking time bomb per se regarding like these people need to make haste in order to make all of this stuff. I do like the other introduction of the villain, of the guy that is in charge of all of the Imperial stuff. I believe him. He looks kind of old. I can't think of his name right now off the top of my head.
Major Partagaz.
Oh, okay. All right, there we go.
Yeah.
I believe him that everybody in the room feels that he's dangerous. Nothing about the way he looks. He looks like a feeble-ish kind of old man, but the way he presents himself, he's not feeble at all.
Oh no, he's in charge.
He carries himself. He feels dangerous.
Yeah, I'm like, he in charge. I feel like he could snap and something would happen.
Anything else?
I don't think so. I just, I'm really excited, like I said, for the next episode to kind of see how this band of merry bandits comes out.
Yeah. Hey, well, we'll go ahead and close it out with that one. Thank you so much for hanging out. If you need to catch up with episodes 1 through 3, there'll be a link in the description below. But if you want to get to know Mikel Claire a little bit better,
Snooty Vegans, locked journey, 5 months locked, still going. It's a journey, it's a process. Vegan lifestyle, life as we know it. Syntell makes a couple of appearances with his handsome self. Andor, just kidding. Andor, maybe he doesn't. No, I'm kidding, he does. Yes, link in the description. Follow along, join, subscribe.
Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Please make sure you hit that subscription button for us on this channel because, we like to just chop it up. And of course, play nice in the comments. We will catch you on the next one.